So my name is Miranda Alexander. I am from Trinidad and Tobago. It says the deepest south part of the Caribbean, closer to Venezuela, down there. I have been living here in Philadelphia for almost 26 years. I came here in like December of 1999. So I consider myself a Philadelphian because I love all things Philadelphia. And I really have been very much involved in Philadelphia. So yeah, Caribbean community in Philadelphia started in 2013, and we have an 8-part program. We're a multi-service arts and humanities organization that is positively making an impact in the community, and so our social mission is to positively influence the community of Greater Philadelphia with all our 8-part programming. And so we do education, arts and culture, we do health, seniors, business, immigration is one, natural disaster and climate change, and I think I may have forgotten one, education, did I say that? Sports, that's the other one, yeah. Yeah, my part-time job with the School District of Philadelphia is being an SSA. It's not really well known, support services assistant, K to 2. So I love children, and I have been working with children for a very long time, beginning as a pre-kindergarten teacher. And so I've been a nanny for a number of years, and I love my position as a SSA K to 2. What it means for me is finding my place in Philadelphia. Um, I don't necessarily take my Trinidad and Tobago's culture completely, but I identify as Pan-African. Really, within the community, I celebrate who I am based on my my identity that has made me my character. What it takes to make me Caribbean American is to feel the love of the Caribbean flowing in Philadelphia. Creating those spaces that sometimes are not there, or allowing others to co-create those spaces to feel that vibe, the Caribbean vibe. I know many times we are so close as Americas, to the Caribbean. We travel a lot and we do tourism, and we think that that's the only thing we're about, but we're more than just tourism. We're a whole different type of region, and every country is completely different. So what I think about being Trinidadian in America and what being Caribbean in America is my ability to work between spaces. Working with National Caribbean American Heritage Month has really proven that we can be integrated within spaces, that we can feel like it's a normalized position. It's not like we're an outsider, or it just feels like I'm a part of Philadelphia, because Philadelphia is a very, very global city. We're a World Heritage City, and we have so many diverse immigrant population. Just feeling that oneness from Philadelphia and being a Philadelphian feels great. So the experience that I had, I came here as a wife, and I became divorced. I came here with my son, who is now 25 years old. I was pregnant at the time, and so I went through a period of hardship, and immigration has been one of the most difficult things to go through. So I felt like I was reborn in Philadelphia. I felt like I got new purpose and new identity. And in Philadelphia, it reshaped who I was, because I was so far and distant from my family, being left alone. But I think that by pulling myself up and allowing God to really use me in so many ways, it helped to shape my new identity. And what I do is I've given back to Philadelphia, and I feel that connection of giving back to Philadelphia. So in my lowest moments, I felt when I was completely deserted, when I felt all alone, I felt like there was no light at the end of the tunnel. I felt like, okay, there's always hope. And with that hope, I rose up and I felt like I have this new identity that God has allowed through, just being who I am. So yeah, I feel like we're a subset of another culture. We're not just only black and brown people, but we're all types. My family and all, we have Indian. Well, even Trinidad and Tobago is like half the population identify as Indian, or have mixed in their family in terms of Indian and African descent. We have Spanish descent, we have Portuguese, we have French. So that's what makes our particular Trinidad culture very rich and vibrant, and it shows in the food and everything. So it's a matter of every culture is different, and coming to America here and coming to Philadelphia, the hardship shows sometimes when we're not allowed that space really to show all that we are. I think there is, we have spaces within Pan-African. We have Stokely Carmichael, who has made a difference with the Black Power movement here in America. We have all types of people like Lift Every Voice. We have those brothers that wrote the Negro Anthem. They actually, their parents came from Bahamas. We have so many celebrities that have parents or came directly from the Caribbean. I think it's misunderstood how much we need to be celebrated and how much we need to be integrated. So some of the hardships that I experience or the difficulties is those nuances that we are so different. We're so, don't understand what we're facing in Philadelphia, what we're facing in America. We're not integrated into America, but we do. A lot of us do. We have Rushroom, he was the first co-founder of the newspaper, black newspaper in America. And we can go on and on with Frantz Fanon and all these different people. And some of the things that I do is really uplift these things within Black History Month or within June, National Caribbean American Heritage Month, featuring so many people who have been integrated into this society and into this culture, not just a subculture, but we are part of the greater experiences here in America. And so some of the struggles is these nuances that happen between us as a people that makes us look other and different. So that's the difficulty sometimes that I face because I move around many spaces. I'm involved in many things around Philadelphia, and we see the little shift in how we see each other, which should not be if we understand history and we understand where we are as a people. So our traditions, particularly, I'll go back to my own culture. Every time I go back home to Trinidad and Tobago, I will find something new. We are very innovative, we're very creative. It's just like, I would leave in December, come back 3 months later, and there is a new product. There is a new invention. There is something happening. And so the creativity of a people, the festivities, the carnival, the steel pan. The steel pan was born in our country of Trinidad and Tobago, and is the only musical instrument of the 20th century. So just seeing the innovative creativity of our people and how it moves and breathes life. I love that about our people. I love our mindset too. When we come to America, we're very much very into whatever we're doing, whether we're creative, whether we're industrious, we get into it and we contribute. And we're not well known or put on many platforms, but we are there in many platforms around America. My organization thinks that the better ways we can actually do this with uplifting National Caribbean American Heritage Month is by honoring the people, honoring our co-workers, and we see this sometimes in businesses. We have a couple of businesses around the city that honors National Caribbean American Heritage Month by hosting events. I've gotten into spaces talking about National Caribbean American Heritage Month, invites and so on during the month of June, but I think not enough has been done to put us into these institutions. We need to be in institutions like the libraries, more into City Hall and in the State Department, different counties. We've been pushing to get National Caribbean American Heritage Month into different counties in Pennsylvania, just really in institutions and in policy work, just making it one of the norm, just making it something that's acceptable in Philadelphia, among friends, among colleagues, just sharing the heritage of Rihanna and so many other celebrities. We love their music. We love Caribbean food. I know Philadelphians love Caribbean food, but we are more than just food. And we wouldn't say it. And so many times we don't know, like Beyonce's father is from Bahamas. She doesn't often say it, but these lineage and these connections are there. And I think the more that we uplift it, becomes normalized and it becomes celebrated and it becomes, just integrated into Philadelphia. Yeah, so National Caribbean American Heritage Month started in 2006, but it has its roots a little bit further back. But that's the first time it was embraced 20 years ago. And so every president has done a proclamation, except for this year, 2025, when the same president that honored it before did not honor it with a proclamation for the very first time. So we have lots of legislation, legislative week. We're in the White House doing forums, legislative forums. We do something that is so innovative with 30 Under 30. I'm involved as a judge as well as a sponsor with my organization, where we have 30 young people that we select. We carefully select these young people every year, and we're in the Inter-American Development Bank. And we're there, and they come and they fly in for this prestigious award of being named 30 Under 30 change makers, Ignite change makers. And so they're often like directly Caribbean Americans, or sometimes they're coming from their native countries, but they're doing amazing things, things that I can't even dream about doing at a young age. And we celebrate them. And so what I love about that is that we do that. That's national. I have been honored and so on, even with the White House change makers and all that. But locally here, I do Caribbean Heritage Day every year, as well as we do what's that UN not World Heritage, because I'm mixing up all my UN, I forgot, it's more environmental work that we do at Bartram's Garden. And we also do like Caribbean film screening. We've done Caribbean children's story time at the libraries and so on. So we do a number of other programming here in Philadelphia to really uplift and sustain National Caribbean American Heritage Month.